Hi everyone. Let's play some of the Stale Ladder. Try to talk about some of the things that happened today with the nerfs. I wrote a whole blog post primarily about Blade Flurry since I'm a rogue player, and if you play rogue to any capacity, you would know Blade Flurry is just as good as backstab or eviscerate, just constants that you would never expect to be gone. I just won a game against Priest. I won in 5 turns, but I don't have the optimal setup here with one-eyed cheat. So in the blog post, I mainly talk about, the effect Blade Flurry being gone is, and it's a really big deal. You think about the AoE. Well, first of all, Blade Flurry is going to cost 4, and it's not going to hit face anymore. Those are the two main takeaways from the nerf. While Blade Flurry is the main AoE that rogues have, one has to consider all the other cards that it affects. Cards like Violet Teacher and Gadget's and Auctioneer are examples of 2 cards that will be affected by a higher cost 4 mana spawns of 2. And also a big thing with rogues are cheap removals, and Blade Flurry becomes the first 4-cost spell, I believe, for removal for rogues, and that's just an awkward card to have in that spot. And you can talk about the lack of combos that will exist because it costs 4. I don't know what the right play is here. To play Buccaneer and ping off one of these guys. I don't know what the right play is here. Play Buccaneer. I don't know why I did that play. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know what type of AoE could replace Blade Flurry. Phantom Knives does 1 damage most of the time. Sometimes it will do 2 if you have a Drake or a Blood Mage out. But most of the time, well, against control decks, you're talking, it's just a card that you use to draw most of the time. Speaking of Blade Flurry, here it is. I'm gonna expect some people emoting sorry when I play Blade Flurry in the near future. He's trying to take out my ship's cannon. I'm gonna play the captain here and try to knock out his Tazdingo. What? Now has a few targets to take out. Anyways, Blade Flurry, you could think about Phantom Knives. You could think about Dark Iron Skulker. The problem with Dark Iron Skulker is it's guaranteed 2 damage, and against certain decks like Patron, when everyone's hurt, and everyone's being hurt is incentivized with the new Blood Warrior card. It's near useless against those decks, so you'd rather have, something like Blood Mage and Phantom Knives cost 5 as well. I don't know, it's just a really unsettling situation. one could assume the rogue is getting a new weapon. There have been 2 epic cards released that are weapons. So it's tentacles for arms and also Twilight Hammer. The rogue has Shadowcaster so far, which is a pretty cool card in its own, I must admit. But yeah, I'm eagerly waiting to see what is in store for the rogue. So I could sap that back, or I could SI7. This guy's going down for sure. I could SI7, South Sea deckhand him. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna sap. We'll find my SI7 later. Possible an excavated evil here can blow me away completely, or Holy Nova. I got a pirate, which is good. Little face here. Proper face time. It's possible Blade Flurry doesn't go away completely. It's a card that reminds me a lot of Flame Strike, like a rogue, like a mage spell that's kind of slow. Well, that's the game for me. Like a mage spell that's really slow, it just doesn't fit the rogue play style. But we have seen, you know, slower cards of late, like Thistle Tea, which could be a sign of things to come for slower rogues. So player can I have? 2 4-drops, not bad against the priest, but I'm running out of options here. This game. I haven't really read much Reddit since Nerfs were released because I had a lot to do at work at that time. I know Raynad was really upset about the guy's called Knife Juggler, and honestly, making it a 2/2, it makes. I mean, before the value was just ridiculous. It was had a vanilla 3/2 distribution, and it threw knives for every summoned minion, I guess. I don't know if it's summoned, but every minion that's played. Yeah, making it a 2/2 doesn't really do much at all. I think the only right way to nerf Knife Juggler is to make it 1 health. It could have 3 attack, but 1 health would really make it easier to get rid of him. You still play him for an effect like Muster for Battle or Unleash the Hounds, but a ping class could take care of him the next turn. Another big one, the Druid combo finally is ending the Force of Nature plus Savage Roar. But I think almost every Disguised Toast ran a poll about which part you think is going to be nerfed, and I think it was 67%, me included, thought Savage Roar was going to get it, but Force of Nature got it. Force of Nature is going to cost 5 now, it's just going to summon 3 Treants without charge, and I actually like it a lot. There's going to be... Token Druid seems to be a construct that they're building on, and this gives you 3 tokens, which could set up a Savage Dwarf if you don't clear them. That's interesting. It's a pretty big relief though. You don't have to face that combo ever again. I mean, druids just had this linear playstyle. When you see a druid who doesn't run that combo, they're just having fun. And with that, if druid becomes a less competitive class, you'll see implications in tournament play when everyone runs a druid now, just because they have, you know, this win condition. Now, druids are gonna have to find another way to win. I think the right play here is Bloodcell Raider and Deckhand. It's 4 attack, but enough power on the board. What other cards were nerfed? Leper Gnome. It's a 1/1 minion now, which is great. It's been an aggro staple so far. Well, speaking of which, the whole set of nerfs seemed to countercharge in aggro as a whole. I'm gonna kill the Death Lord here. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Death Lord. You see a bunch of cards losing charge. I can't talk when I'm playing. Oh, I blew a charge there. Anyhow, Arcane Golem is a card. It becomes a 4/4, but it loses charge while still granting the opponent a mana crystal. So it's basically has the same distribution as Ogre Brute, but it gives, instead of being clumsy, it gives your opponent a mana crystal. So it's pretty much, you could say it's gone. It's unplayable. It's gone. I've just been talking so far, and I'm not, like, I have no idea what kind of deck this is. So phase. Yeah, a bunch. The changes were mostly priming us for a slower meta with Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler didn't do much, but Leper Gnome, Arcane Golem, Hunter's Mark got cost 1 now. Blade Flurry nerf. Force of Nature Savage. Well, it's not really aggro, but you know what I mean. And there was people are saying aggro Shaman didn't get touched at all. There are plenty of decks, aggro Shaman lists. For a deck that is pretty successful, there is a lot of variation when you put into an aggro Shaman. Kalento was playing the slower version, which I played a little, and the one that has more heals. And you could run a aggro Shaman without Knife Juggler or Leper Gnome. I don't think Knife Juggler's leaving it, but Leper Gnome could easily be replaced. Yeah, and speaking of which, without Blade Flurry, the aggro Shaman is going to completely destroy rogues. The 3 attack from Deadly Poison was just enough to kill the wolves and trogs. Find this hand. Oh yeah, Master of Disguise, you know, we all saw it coming. Ever since Animated Armor came out, they were going to make that a neutral card. And squeezed out the possibilities of card design. So might as well nerf one card. It was an okay card in the arena, 4/4 with perma stuff. Now it's just a 4/4, basically conceal one minion now. So pretty much a lost card. So here I'm going to use the Eviscerate at some capacity. I don't know if I should I'll play Captain's Parrot. Set up some cannon shenanigans next turn. Draw a pirate. Use my Eviscerate. But overall, I think no matter what you feel about how fair these nerfs were, they were long overdue, and I'm sure I have confidence in the Blizzard team in their playtesting to know, what's right. Yes. I don't know what to play here. I'm gonna play Dread Corsair. I'll whittle some of this board down. I'm not gonna play anything. One of them has to be a mirror entity, I think. This is a freeze maintenance. Ice block and ice barrier. Very possible. Okay. Okay, so got a freeze mage. So this has to be a mirror entity, I think. Oh crap. This game is over. Let's throw out a bunch of pirates on the board, see what happens. Let's see, it's the first one up. I'm trying to think about who I should use the backstab on. If I use it on the Drake. Throw a bunch of stuff on the board. Game's over. Alright, fuck this. I got a game we can see it on you. Computer's somehow handling playing music and running Deck Tracker and Hearthstone and recording, which is amazing. These lags are just a consequence of me running so many programs. I'm gonna switch over to my Reno deck. Which is my main deck. It's a 55% win rate deck, and it's a deck I'm gonna use quite a bit for standard play. I'm gonna adapt it, take out the GVG cards, and see what works. Betrayal's up. Betrayal, which I got in this opening hand, is probably not going to make it either. Probably going to replace Betrayal with Sap. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter is going to be a 5-cost card with the same effect. And I think it's perfectly fine. We'll talk about that a little. So it's a 4/2 body, which if you're doing, you know, valuations, it's about 2.5 mana. So you're paying 5. You're basically getting anti-tempo and 2.5 for hard removal. And the hard removal from BGH is virtually Assassinate, which is a 5-cost card. So it's a savings. I don't think the Hob's going to do anything here. It's a savings of 2.5 over Assassinate, so I don't know. I think hard removal is going to be a really big deal with Old Gods. Should be. Unless the Old Gods completely suck. I'm going to trade into the guy here. So I think it's perfectly fine. BGH, I don't think it's going anywhere. Here I have nothing but 4 drops. I'm gonna play Shredder. Fine. Awesome. Another Nerubian. The funny thing about this deck is it doesn't even run Blade Flurry. Okay. It's not worth playing Skulker just yet. Zoo decks typically don't run too many spells, I don't think so. Might just abuse this. Dr. Boom. I think that was the best play I had. Plays for tempo. So now I'm just hoping for MC Tech or Healbot or Reno Jackson. Not in a good spot here. Yeah, it's over. So the next few days are going to be pretty exciting. Tomorrow's the day Ben Brode and Frodan get together and play Hearthstone against some of the devs. And last year, a lot of cool stuff happened during that live stream. You typically see the cards as Frodan plays them, and then they show you the ones that didn't come up. And it's pretty hilarious. You get to see Ben Brode laugh all the time, which is pretty entertaining on its own. It's cool to see these cards in a live environment instead of someone just putting it out on a site or something. So here I have a choice of playing Raptor or SI7. We'll play SI7 just to have the sexy death rattle later on with something. Already got a Nubarak. Flame Worker. Stupid card that didn't get nerfed. This deck is really annoying. Okay, so it's either be a teacher or Senjin here. I'm just gonna throw out the teacher. Oh god. That's why I hate constructed. Stupid things like this just happen. I get to kill one of these guys at least. Okay, I got Reno. Let's stop worrying. Just can't get on the board here. The Flame Worker did so much damage. Awesome. Give me this burgle. Not bad. 2 good spells. Actually, I have no idea how to use this card. I've never played Echo Mage. And this is a card that... what's a GVG card? I didn't know that. Yeah, 2 cards kind of copied for the new set of Blood Warriors and Thistle Tea. See, it's gonna live on in other sets, which is pretty cool. I could possibly lose the next turn. See what I could do here. I could prep, sprint, and try to get something. That put me at overdraw. That would. Oh, it's gonna put me at 10 exactly. See what I get. Skulker, 1 off. I'm gonna do something fancy. Do something fancy like this. Should be able to live next turn. I am in the danger zone though with 2 fireballs being able to kill me. It's getting a little scary here. Let's see here. So I'm thinking that's a mirror entity. I didn't want to have Reno clone. Oh shit. Oh, I could clone Reno right here actually. Alright. See what they do. So that's one fireball gained. Another one, so it's two. Well, they just used that one, so one in hand. Like that. Cool, I'll kill it next turn. I also have a shadow step in this deck, if I could pull it out. And this doesn't kill him right here. I could kill myself again. So I took out their main win condition. They might also have Alexstrasza, I don't know. I don't know enough about mages to know what they have. Cool. I don't know if these decks run hard removals. I'll put this out there and see what happens. If it gets polymorphed, well, I think I lose the game there. I don't think he has polymorph because he would have done it by now if he did.
What to do.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Time runs out on me.
Damn it. Really need my fan knives here. So many drakes. I'll do play one more minions so I get MC tech them. Ah, crap. Game's probably over. Yeah, it's over. Alright, I dropped to rank 15, which is crap, but I'll stop recording now. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for watching.